It was a rainy Thursday afternoon when Claire Matthews, 33, found herself clearing out old boxes from her childhood attic. A recent breakup had sent her spiraling back to her hometown, seeking peace in familiarity. Among dusty photo frames and faded greeting cards, her hand fell on something she hadn't seen in over a decade, a thick, navy blue high school yearbook. The gold lettering read, Roosevelt High Class of 2009. She sat cross-legged on the floor and flipped it open, expecting nothing more than nostalgia. Awkward photos, teenage memories, and silly messages from people she no longer remembered. But as she turned toward the back, a full-page message caught her attention. It wasn't signed. It wasn't addressed. But it was written to her. Claire, you won't remember me. But one day you'll be lost. And when that day comes, you'll read this. I just want you to know, you're stronger than you believe, and your story isn't over. Follow the signs. A friend. Claire froze. She blinked. The handwriting wasn't familiar, and no one she remembered ever called themselves a friend like that. But the message, it felt personal. Chillingly accurate. How did this person know? How could they have predicted she'd feel lost now of all times? Curiosity turned into obsession. She scoured every page of the yearbook, every message, photo, name. No other clues. Who was this person? Over the next week, Claire dove deep. She posted anonymously in alumni groups, reached out to former classmates, even visited her old school. Nobody remembered a student who fit the description. No one recalled anyone unusually kind, or mysterious, or invisible, until she met Mr. Graham, her former English teacher, now retired. I do remember someone, he said, sipping coffee. Name was Alex Foster. He transferred mid-year. Quiet kid. Brilliant writer. Barely spoke to anyone, but I remember he mentioned you once. Said you were kind to him when no one else was. Claire's brows furrowed. I don't remember an Alex Foster. You wouldn't, Mr. Graham smiled. He left after 3 months. Moved around a lot. But he had a way with words. He asked to sign one yearbook before he left. Claire's breath caught. Mine. Mr. Graham nodded. With new fire, Claire dug deeper. Old school records, online searches, social media. But every path led to a dead end. No photos. No contact. It was as if Alex had vanished from the face of the earth. Still, the message echoed in her heart. Follow the signs. That night, Claire couldn't sleep. She walked through the neighborhood she grew up in and found herself standing outside her old school building. The lights inside were off, but the front signboard read, Your story isn't over. Claire gasped. The same words from the message. It was a coincidence, or was it? In the weeks that followed, Claire made changes. She applied for the art school she had abandoned years ago, reconnected with her younger brother, volunteered at a youth shelter. And with every step forward, she felt a little more whole. One day, at the shelter, she met a teenage boy sitting alone, silent and withdrawn. Something about him reminded her of herself, and maybe of Alex. She sat next to him and said gently, I don't know what you've been through, but your story isn't over. The boy looked up, tears in his eyes. For the first time in weeks, he spoke. Thank you. Claire walked away that day feeling light, fulfilled, as if she had just paid forward the same spark someone once gave her. Months passed. Life blossomed. But one morning, while checking her mail, she received a plain envelope with no return address. Inside was a photo, a black and white snapshot of a young man sitting under a tree, scribbling in a notebook. On the back, one line was written, Some souls are meant to guide us, even if only briefly. A friend. Claire smiled through the tears. She knew she might never meet Alex Foster, but she didn't need to. Because the real gift he gave wasn't just a message, it was a mirror reminding her who she was meant to become. Sometimes, we meet people who change our lives in ways we never expected. They may not stay long. They might not even be remembered clearly. But the mark they leave can guide us when we need it most. So if you're watching this feeling lost or uncertain, remember, your story isn't over. Someone somewhere once believed in you. Maybe it's time you believe in yourself too. Have you ever had a stranger guide you in your life, even for a moment? Share your story in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share if this tale touched your heart. This was Wisdom Tales. Until next time, keep walking forward. The signs are waiting.